My name is Catherine Pelosi and I'm a children's book author. I did the Writing for Children and Young Adults course at the Australian Writers Centre and I'm about to release my first book, Quark's Academy. When I first decided I wanted to write, I was actually living in the UK and I was working in a really gloomy office, and I just all of a sudden started thinking about stories and writing. I thought, wow, I'd really like to write for children, but I had no idea how. So when I came back to Sydney, I was like, I need to find out how to do this, and I found the course Writing for Children and Young Adults at the Australian Writers Centre and I enrolled. The course just sounded perfect, and it was. So I turned up and it was brilliant from the start. It was just like entering this whole world of like magic and happiness, and I've never left because it's just so great learning about writing and children's books. For me, the most useful part of the course was learning about all the different components of storytelling. You might have an idea, but how do you actually put it all together? And there's so many different elements. So there's characters and plot and theme and what language to use depending on what age group you're writing for. Learning all the technical side there's a lot to it. The presenter at the course for Writing for Children and Young Adults was really supportive. So from week one, you don't really know much and you don't know what to expect, and it can be quite daunting. But the presenters there are just really welcoming and they have so much knowledge that they can share with all the students, and they really make sure that you get everything that you want, and whatever you came to get out of the course, they're there to make sure you achieve that. And I really found that when I did the course. And I think also being with other writers, other aspiring writers, is really important because you need that community. Writing can be quite isolating. You're often just at your computer typing away. So I've met people through the course I've done at the Australian Writers Centre and kept in touch. So it's a great way to find your writing buddies as well. Through the course at the Australian Writers Centre, I discovered just how much there is to storytelling, and that you really need to get your head around all those different elements to tell a good story. So there's so many different components, and I don't think I had that understanding prior to doing the course, and I really think that's what makes a difference between being aspiring and being published, is getting all those pieces together and making it work really well. After I did the course, I joined a writers group, and I attended a lot of conferences and workshops and seminars as well along the way. And at one of those conferences, I pitched to an agent, and there I secured an agent at a conference after a pitch. And from that, they submitted it to my now publisher. So that's the process. It does take quite a lot of time, but it's been really interesting and exciting. When I found out that I was being published, it was the best feeling ever. The happiest day I can remember so far. It was really, really exciting. If I think back to when I first did the course at the Australian Writers Centre, which was my first sort of entry into writing for children, to the moment I got published, it's sort of unbelievable that it happened. An awesome feeling. Now I can call myself a children's book author, which is amazing. So I don't do it full time, but that is the hope one day. I also work as a social media manager, and whenever I get the time I write, and I have my first book coming out, Quark's Academy, and I've signed 2 more book deals as well, so it's been an amazing couple of years. My first book, Quark's Academy, is a middle grade novel, so it's sort of that 8 to 11 age group. So after Quark's Academy, I have a picture book called Something for Fleur, and then in 2019 another junior fiction called Meet the Maniacs. So there's 3 in total, and I'm working on a couple of others at the moment, which is exciting. At the moment I'm working, and I write really whenever I can, so I try find times usually in the morning and in the evening, and because I'm working on the edit of my next book as well, it's a bit of a juggling act trying to balance, but it's a good problem to have. It's something I've always wanted to do, so I'm really enjoying it. It's just being efficient and organised. I would say if you want to do a course at the Australian Writers Centre, definitely do it. They also have courses online, which I have done one of those as well. So you can make it fit into your life, whatever stage you're at. I think if you're thinking about becoming a writer or you're already writing, it's worthwhile doing because you'll definitely get something out of it. If it wasn't for the Australian Writers Centre, I don't think I would be as far in my writing career as I am. It really gave me a great boost of confidence right at the start when I think I needed it most. It's a great way to feel encouraged and inspired to be around people that have the knowledge and other people that are cheering for you along the way.